Good afternoon, tubers. So, I am today playing a little bit of Survarium. Now, this game is from Vostok Games. It was released back in April 2015 on Steam. For some reason, I seem to have a bit of trouble running it through Steam, so what I've actually had to do is run it through the website. For some reason, whenever I try to run it through Steam, the patcher kind of craps out and doesn't really do what it's meant to be doing. But this game has been likened to STALKER. I'm not entirely sure why, but apparently there is a bit of PvE coming in the future, so I'm assuming it's probably something to do with that. At the minute there's only PvP, and you've got 4 different objective types. So you've got battery retrieval, team deathmatch, research, and last stand. Last stand is your last man standing. Research is capturing the key points. Team deathmatch is team deathmatch, everyone knows what that is. And then battery retrieval is collecting batteries for protective devices. It's actually a really fun little game to play this. I'm not sure how long it's going to keep going because there's a bit of bad press about it at the minute. Apparently the devs aren't the best of people is what I've been reading, but so far I haven't experienced any of that. The servers are absolutely fine to play on. Sometimes it takes you a couple of minutes to find a game, but other than that I don't really see what the problem is so far. Apparently the economy is a little bit shitter after about level 6, and you can see I'm just about to hit level 5, so I may start experiencing this. But what you have to do to begin with is choose one of 4 factions, all with different strengths and weaknesses. So you've got your scavengers, fringe settlers, the black market, and the Renaissance, that's the one, Renaissance army. What you do is you rank up with each of them, and then you can actually go into the shop and you can buy different bits and bobs from each of the factions when you've got up to a certain level. Obviously you can put actual money into the game to buy gold bars, which you can buy stuff quicker, but to be honest I haven't done that, and I've been unlocking money pretty damn quick, so I'm not really going to bother doing that. After every game as well you get the chance to find some loot, which is quite cool, so you can get some loot out of stuff. So far I found a pair of trousers, so a blue pair of trousers, a green backpack, a bit of money, so there's quite a few things I've been able to find so far. You've got to play a couple of games to begin with, learning the tutorial and all the rest of it, and then when you're through that you come onto the screen and you can start sorting out your equipment, start sorting out your profiles and everything like that. Each gun, piece of equipment takes damage, so you need to obviously repair that. All the starting gear is free to fix, which is good, so that it doesn't take advantage of you there. Going into your character screen you can put points into 5 different skill trees, although I don't think survival and technical skills are unlocked yet. But you've got knowledge of the forest, and then you've got physical training, and then firearms training. So far I've just put a load into firearms training to increase my aim down sight and everything. What I'm going to do now though is I'm going to go into a game, and then I'm going to show you a little bit of gameplay of it as well, and we'll see how we get on, shall we? So I've just gotten into game. It's taken me a couple of minutes to get into game. What I'm going to do is I'm going to edit up all my gameplay footage and just chuck in all the best bits for you to watch, so you don't watch me dying over and over again. In the top right though, they are my daily objectives. So I've got 3 daily objectives which I can do to unlock even more credits. In this game mode, this is battery retrieval, and we're on the school map, which is quite a fun little map actually. I was playing this map the other day on Last Man Standing, so it's a fun little map. I kind of have a rough idea where I'm going, but what we've got to do in this game mode is we've got to get into the other team's base, steal their batteries, return them to ours, obviously make sure that they don't pinch ours. The game, even on low settings, is not a bad looking game at all. Like, I have to give it credit, it is a pretty good looking game. Runs perfectly as well. Like, I'm getting consistently 50 to 60 frames per second, which you can tell in the top left there. When I go outside it seems to actually go up, which is a little bit strange. So I seem to get less inside, which I couldn't really figure out. That's just an odd thing. I don't know if they're using different kinds of shading and all the rest of it inside, but it doesn't really make a huge amount of sense. But I haven't had any problems other than obviously what I was talking about earlier when I was trying to run the game from Steam. For some reason I have a problem running the launcher from Steam. It will actually run the launcher, but then for some reason it doesn't actually update or anything. It just comes up with an error. So all I do is literally, I've downloaded the patcher from their website, which I'll put a link in the description box below for you so you can have a look at that. Download the patch from there, and for some reason it works absolutely fine. Actually, really enjoying this game. It is a pretty fun game to play. Like, I really do recommend this. Like, I hadn't really heard much of it, and then I've started hearing things the past couple of months because I think they've been really focusing on putting out a lot of updates, pushing out a lot of content for it, which is good. There's obviously a bit of negative press, like I was saying before, but I haven't come across anything negative. Like I said, the only thing is the thing with the patcher, which is easily resolved. Everything else absolutely hunky-dory at the minute. So what I'm going to probably be doing is playing this for a little while, because it's quite a nice game to just really get into, just pick up and just play for a little while without having to really think about what you're doing, which is nice. I've been playing a lot of Dirty Bomb recently, but that's starting to bore me slightly, so it's nice to kind of pick up something a little bit more realistic like this. Actually, it's quite fun, and the fact that you can really customize your character, and the customization stuff actually does have quite an effect. Like, it's a good thing to know, really, because that's the only problem with Dirty Bomb and games like that, is you're all stuck to exactly the same thing, which is good in a sense because you're not expected to or you can't get done if you've picked the wrong things and all the rest of it. But that kind of makes it nice, to be honest, in games like this where you can really pick the wrong kind of stuff and really suffer for it, or you can pick the really best stuff and actually absolutely storm because of it. It's just a nice kind of balance, really. Everything in this game seems balanced. Like, I'm still running around with level 1 guns and items at the minute, and I'm still absolutely smashing games. Like in Last Stand, I'm still becoming top of the board. I think there's only one game out of probably 5 or 6 that I've played where I wasn't first or second. So that just goes to show you this game is more about skill than what kind of items you're getting. Obviously, the items are going to help in a certain amount, but there is a lot of skill involved in this game, which is really good actually. But I'm going to leave it there. There's not much more to say for the game, really. Hopefully I've shown you a bit of decent gameplay footage, so you can kind of get a glimpse into the game a little bit. But there's a load of different maps to play around on as well. 4 different game types at the minute, and I think the game's only 0.3, so that's what patch it's on. So there's plenty more content to come from the game yet. And from what I've seen, the administrators and all the developers really keen to get involved with the community, really want the community to help them along building up the game, get everything going, put their ideas in. So the more you get involved in this game, the better, really, because it's really going to start affecting how the game plays and goes in the future. Just one thing I really want to quickly show you, which is a unique feature of the game, are these anomalies here. These things hurt like little bastards. However, you can pick up equipment later on in the game that when you if you run up to them and you pick them up, they will give you different effects for the match, which is a really nice idea. It kind of rewards gearing up your characters to make sure that you can actually face those isolation things with a little bit more, or you don't die so quickly picking them up. And it just kind of gives you a little bit more fun and customization to play around with in matches. But that's it pretty much for Survarium at the minute. Like I said, it's on Steam. Have a look at it on Steam. If you struggle with getting it to work on Steam, then just go on their website. I'll put a link in the description box below for you. So have a look at that. Really do recommend just giving it a go. It does take a couple games getting into, but honestly, it's a very fun game. It's one of the funnest I've played for a little while now. And it's quite an easy one to just pick up, play, put down. You don't feel like you need to put too much time or effort into it each day just to get to a certain point, which is nice because sometimes you just want an easy game to pick up. But thank you for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this has shown you a bit of the gameplay and the features and everything of Survarium. pick it up. I'm going to be playing a fair bit. I'm probably going to be live streaming a fair bit as well, because I've started picking up the live streaming on this new channel. So if you are liking the look of all the stuff that I'm releasing and you're liking to get involved, then please, oh, that was a bad idea. I just absolutely destroyed my own guy. Whoops. Please like, favourite, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you want to see. Let me know you want to get involved. I love playing with people, and for some reason, like, there's just not many people to play with anymore. So if you are looking at doing your own YouTube, or you just want to play along, then please let me know. I'll be fantastic. But like I said, I'm going to be live streaming quite often now, so if you subscribe to the channel, you'll obviously be made aware of every time I do live stream. But thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it, like I said, and I hope you have a good day. And as always, I will see you in the next one.